Your station, your music, your voice.
On air, online, on your mobile devices and smart speakers. Radio at the heart of your community.
This is Suffolk Sound.
Good morning, Brian.
Morning, Leslie.
How are you?
Another week and it's warming up, again.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? It was cold during the week, but it's lovely now, isn't it? And it's like it's all next week.
I ain't afraid to say, boy, I had to put the electric fire on for a couple of nights there. That was a bit chilly,
It was, yeah, but it's warming up, and all next week's wall-to-wall sunshine, mate.
That's what they're saying. I'm trying to do my best by the grass as well, but that's now starting to go a little bit yellow in places, but trouble is, boy, we keep using the old huzzers. They're going to, next thing you know, slap a ban on us on that.
Well, it costs so much to run your water these days as well, doesn't it?
Well, I ain't on a meter here, see, so I'm all right.
Oh, right.
But I'm always mindful that, you don't want to be wasting it, because next thing you know, so we can't use it at all.
No, I know.
It won't surprise me in a few years if they don't ban us from having a bath twice a week,
Well, how does Rosemary fill her garden bath up? She ought to get you to put the hose pipe over the fence and fill it up.
Well, that take her hours to do that, boy, right?
Yep.
And what she got these tablet things that she put in the water.
Yes.
And what she got a strict rule, if her or her mate Margaret come round, that they have to either have a shower or bath before they get in it.
Yes, very sensible.
So they're nice and clean,
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you give a bath, you get a scum ring down there.
You don't want to scum in your garden bath, do you?
No, she don't. So she got all these powders and potions that she sort of put in the water, to keep it all sterilised, I suppose,
Yes.
And so she only sort of fill it, I suppose, once or twice a year, boy, if I'd be honest with you.
Yeah, that's good.
Fill it more than that. She look after it. I mean, I have to say, boy, everything she's got, like herself, she keep in good order,
That's good. How's your week been?
We went out,
Pardon?
We went out,
Where'd you go?
Christ, what day was
Tuesday?
That was
Wednesday?
Huh?
Tuesday, Wednesday? Monday?
No, last weekend, that was
Sunday?
No, it weren't.
Saturday?
That was Bank Holiday Monday.
Bank Holiday Monday.
Bank Holiday Monday. We would get so many, don't we, this time of year, boy?
That's
I don't
confusing.
know whether I'm coming already gone. But we went down to Waldringfell, boy.
Oh, that's nice.
Bit blustery, and because that's always a bit of a time for me when I go down there, because that's where Mother's ashes are scattered,
Oh, emotional, yeah.
Well, you just sort of sit there and remember, don't you?
You do.
So we were going to sit outside, but Christ, that was blowing across there, boy.
Yes, it does, yes.
Yes, right. So we went inside, got a table inside, and the little old gal, she said, this table is needed for 2:00. I said, well, serve us nice and quick in. That's as simple as that. Why do they say that to you, boy?
That's a good point.
Just so you know, this table is needed for 2:00. I said, well, get a move on then. So I was a bit disappointed, boy, because I didn't have no card.
Oh, no, okay.
Didn't have no. I had old Haddock on, but I don't like old Haddock. Haddock make me fart, boy, if I'd be honest with you. Christ, that play havoc with my wind system and my old pipes. And so I had a bit of chicken.
Yeah, nice.
That was all right, Oh, yes, no, you can't go wrong with a bit of chicken, boy. You know what you're eating, don't you?
Yes,
my
you do.
father Herbert used to say,
God rest his soul.
if you don't recognise it or you can't pronounce it, don't order it. And she had the hell now you help me out here, boy, because she had two lots. I only had one.
Yep.
Because I had a good breakfast, see, before I come out.
Right.
And she the hell did she have now? She had.
Give me a clue.
She had some sort of wrap thing.
Yep.
Right. And then for that, she had. What can I describe? They look like chips.
Yes.
But that was cheese. And that was sort
halloumi.
That was
halloumi.
What was it?
Halloumi.
Loomy, that's right, yes. Loomy cheese she had, right? I never had of it before. So she say, I'm going to have that for a starter, you see.
Yes.
So it come out. And that was drizzled with a little bit of jam and whatever.
Lovely. Cough it up, Brian.
And so I say to her, what the hell is that like? And she say, well, she say that's quite popular now in these parts.
It is, yes, yeah.
So, and I'd never heard of it before, you see, Loomy cheese. So what I done, I said, well, can I try a little bit? But you know what, boy? I put a little bit in my mouth, right?
Yes.
And I sort of put it in there gingerly, and I thought, well, the hell is this then? So I sort of started to chew it. I was like chewing ruddy rubber, boy. You know, it's all squeaky. And so I sort of persevered with it. I gulped it down. She said, do you want another bit? I said, no, I don't. I say, you can stick your Loomy. I don't like that. Why don't they just serve up a bit of cheddar, boy? You know where you are with a bit of that, don't you?
So it squeaked in your mouth. It is squeaky cheese, isn't it? Yeah.
Have you had the old Loomy stuff?
Yes, I quite like it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it ain't for me, boys.
No.
Now, where the hell has that come from? I suppose it's come from either Italy, have it?
I don't know.
Or some other foreign destination.
I think it's Greek. I think it's Greek.
Do.
Brian, I think it's Greek. It comes from Greece.
Well, there you are, you see. What the hell they want to bring it over here for? If we want Loomy, let us go over there and get it there. They don't need to be sending everything over here. We need to be supporting the British cheese people, dear.
We do.
Don't we?
Yes, we do.
That's right.
Yes, we do. Good old bit of cheddar. Yes.
I've been constipated this week and all. Christ, I had trouble going this week, boy. I really had.
Oh, dear.
You know, I mean, I ain't for the want of trying, but the last thing I want is piles, so I ain't going to sit there and strain away. And I have had a hell of a job this week to do. It's all back to normal now, though, boy.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it.
Yeah, yesterday, what was it, Friday? Yeah, Friday I had a good old clear out, so I'm all right. I'm all right now, you know, but
Jolly good.
I was just wondering if that Loomy cheese had anything to do with that.
I don't think so.
Well, it make you wonder, boy. I mean, if you're constipated, no, you're the hell is that called?
Constipated.
No. If you're what you eat and all that, like, as your Christ Almighty.
What about?
If you, I'll give up. If your innards, you know.
Yes.
If your innards
Your
ain't used to something, that can play havoc with your bowels, you know, boy.
Yes, I know. I've been there. We've all been there.
Anything too hot and spicy, that'll go through you like water through a hose. But if you're not used to it, and that can snarl up the pipes, can't it?
Just remember, Brian, people are eating their breakfast at the moment. Anyway, we've got a new pope. Did you spot that?
Yeah, yes, I was watching that, and the VE Day.
Yes, yep.
Things as well, you know.
Yep.
Make you sit and think how lucky we are again, boy, don't we?
Yes, it does. Yep.
You know, Christ, there's been some stuff on this telly this week. I sat there and I held my heart out.
Yeah.
When I've been watching the cruel things that how one human being can do some things to another human being that beggar belief, really.
Yep.
But you know, I know they say that was then and things were different and that, and I just hope we're all learned by it. So I've been watching that during the week.
Yep.
And we put some bunting up, mind. The girl Rosemary put some red, white, and blue bunting up.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Outside her place. So I said, now don't go putting that too high, because if that's a job to get up, that'll be a job to get down. So we just put it round the brickwork, you know, just
that's
to make
good.
the effort.
Well, that's nice. So I'm glad you did.
I was watching the I've still got my cold, you know, boy.
I can tell.
I was watching the news last night, and I see that the smoke had turned white, Hannah.
Yes, white smoke for the Pope.
Next thing you know, we've got a new Pope who's come out on the balcony, talking to all the crowds. And why don't he talk English? Because they show it on the news, don't they? And I don't know what the hell he's saying. He could be saying anything, couldn't he?
Well, he's American, so you'd have thought he'd have come out and said something in English, but no, he didn't. No.
No, I mean, that wouldn't hurt the BBC or whoever's showing it to put subtitles on with it, boy. Because when they're doing an interview anywhere else, they normally put subtitles on, don't they? Or they have somebody else talking over the words, you know. But when the pup come out there and he stood there waffling on, I could make a head to tell what the hell he was saying, but they were all applauding him, so that made sense to someone.
Yeah, probably
it?
did. He could have said anything and they'd have applauded. But he's got a tough job, but he's going to be good. And it's interesting. He has to change his name. They all have to change their name, don't they, when they become Pope?
Oh, I don't know. How the hell did that work then?
Well, there was one bloke originally whose name I think I'm right in saying this, that there was one pope who was called, or was going to be, his name was Peter, and he didn't want to be Pope Peter because of St. Peter, so he thought, I better change my name, and ever since then they've all changed their name to something else. So this is Pope Leo the 14th.
Pope Leo?
Yes.
So was it, why did he choose the word Leo then?
Because I think he liked another Leo that had been before. He liked what he stood for.
Is that his star sign then? It's really ridiculous, isn't it, boy? Really, I mean, a name is a name, innit? You imagine that I went down to the Melton Fish Bar and I walked in there and I said, right, I made my mind up. I don't want to be Brian now. I want to be Sagittarius or something like that. You know, they'd look at me gone out, wouldn't they? But just because that's the pup, I suppose
that's all right.
Makes sense.
Yes, it does. Anyway, Sagittarius, thank you very much, and have a good week, and enjoy the sunshine, won't you?
All right then, boy. I'll do my best.
Goodbye.
Yes, cheerio together.
Your station, your music, your voice.
On air, online, on your mobile devices and smart speakers. Radio at the heart of your community.
This is Suffolk Sound.